I'm here today with Wilson Kwong, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Raffles Quay Asset Management. Welcome to MIPIM.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity.
So look, let's, well, first of all, let's just talk about what you're doing here at MIPIM. What are your main objectives here in the next few days?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be here on behalf of Raffles Quay Asset Management, which is the asset manager for One Raffles Quay and Marina Bay Financial Centre, which is two leading office developments in the CBD of Singapore. Marina Bay Financial Centre, of course, is also, apart from its 3 towers of office space, we also have 2 residential towers and a retail mall, 176,000 square feet, which we call Marina Bay Link Mall. We have been coming to MIPIM Can for a few years, and this is my 4th, and even before my time, we have been participating in MIPIM. We're here to, of course, promote our project, and we are also taking this opportunity to meet with some of our contacts here and also in Europe. It happens that, a lot of our, MIPIM is obviously the place to be for all the real estate professionals, worldwide, and we do come annually to meet with our friends there. Yeah.
Well, look, let's just talk about Marina Bay Financial. Very, very impressive project.
Thank you.
How the development went of that project up until now and what the take-up's been.
Okay, sure. I think to rewind a little bit, I will have to start off with One Raffles Quay, which is the maiden project by our 3 joint venture developers of Chung Kong Holdings, Hong Kong Land and Keppel Land, which they started in 2001. One Raffles Quay is a 1.3 million square feet grade office development, and when it was completed in 2006, it was completely leased before the building was even completed. Now, during the construction phase and during the leasing phase, the site of what is now Marina Bay Financial Centre was made available by the Singapore government. And the joint venture developers made a very bold decision, very wise one, I must add, to actually bid for and successfully won the project. Now, as you rightly said, Marina Bay Financial Centre is developed in 2 phases, and insofar as the office component is concerned, Phase 1, which is 1.6 million square feet of grade office space, Towers 1 and Tower 2, were effectively fully let before the buildings were completed. Tower 3, which will complete over the course of the next few months, is actually right now some 65% pre-committed ahead of completion. We are very honored to have achieved that status. It is, of course, not easy to done a lot of pre-commitment deals, but I do recognize that many of our tenants and very prestigious names, both in the financial industry and also in other MNCs, they've chosen us because of various factors. And that's because of the very strong support and commitment of the joint venture developers.
Well, let's just talk about the mixed-use side of things, because obviously a component of this project of Marina Bay Financial is there's the residential and the retail. How have you found demand from the I guess this is a really premium residential project. So just talk about the demand side. Have you seen a softening of demand for premium residential in comparison to, let's say, the business corporate side?
Okay. It's interesting you raise this question because we have 2 residential towers in Marina Bay Financial Centre. Both are premium products. Marina Bay's residences, which is in our first phase of development, are comprised of 428 residential units, and they were all sold back in 2006. And in fact, all 428 units were sold within 3 days. Okay. Now, at that time, people were buying it off plans, right? And then all the purchasers then got their units in 2010. All very happy, purchasers. I'm sad. Of course, we obviously have to value add in the process. And for Marina Bay Suites, which is our second development, our second residential tower, which comprises of 221 units and which will complete next year. Out of 221, we have already sold 153. So, a very, very good outcome considering that we have actually not publicly launched the units. And the reason why we have not done that is because generally the units are bigger, and as a result, the quantum is larger. And usually people like to do it through the day-to-day interactions and actually not through a public launch. So we have been doing private previews, and we have been receiving quite strong interest coming from high net worth individuals, both from Singapore and also overseas, who see the long-term potential of Marina Bay Suites and in total Marina Bay Financial Centre. Now that's on the residential side. On the retail side, we have a relatively small component which we brand as Marina Bay Link Mall, 176,000 square feet, developed in 2 phases, alongside with the office developments. And that the positioning of Marina Bay Link Mall is essentially to support the many people who work and who live in the Marina Bay Financial Centre and generally the Marina Bay vicinity.
Right.
And I'm very happy to say that for Marina Bay Link Mall, Phase 1 is 100% let, and we are also making very, very good progress. We're close to 90% let for Phase 2 of Marina Bay Link Mall. So generally a very, very good outcome, and we are still receiving very strong interest, be it on the residential side, on the retail side, but of course mainly on the commercial side.
Where do you see the big opportunities moving forward from a property investment point of view, and what do you think is going to be some of the key trends that are shaping the Asian property market?
And do I see a continual growth of Singapore in the next few years? Of course, definitely, because Singapore is very well placed, both to capture the market of a growing Southeast Asian economy, as well as growing, as in a prominence of the global financial scene, as Singapore determines to become, and is becoming, or will reinforce its position as a global financial center. And that's where I think why Marina Bay Financial Centre is successful, because with its location, with its management, with its other technical and sustainability features, among many other things, it has been able to capture the growing financial institutions who has expanded a lot in Singapore, in the South Asian region. And with that, it will then also help the growth of the residential market, the retail market, which is what we have seen. And that's led to the results which we have seen so far. And I think that trend will continue.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We hope you have a good couple of more days in MIPIM.
Great. Thank you.